die for that. I don't stress about it, I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key, running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key.
Yes, like that, like that, like that. Told her might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes, like that, like that, like that. I told her might be right back, right back, right back.
Run it back, told him put the money in the bag, double that. Run it back, told him put the money in the bag, double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the trunk with expired tag. Post the gas, running to the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Run it back, 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 run it back. Run it back, I got the devil in my eye, doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye, doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye, doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And we've got Marshawn Lattimore. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Saints and the Cowboys. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys. Even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games ever really the same, are they, Brandon? There's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They run play action with Haener. Pitch and catch to Moreau to tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down. The Saints at 7-2 here on the year. And they come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here, CD. Winners of 7 of their last 9.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You've got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
Well, a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Haener sets to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding it.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Kamara is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Haener. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense look. Third down pass brings up 4th. Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Aubrey Good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? his offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
And Kamara's good. First down up near the 40-yard line. Haener looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Kamara up the middle. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now they'll throw with Lance. That pass completed to Dortch. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. To throw, it's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You look at the Saints defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Shotgun now for Lance. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. On first down, Lance. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. First and 10, Haener going to the air. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. after one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Off the play fake, Haener. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll roll him out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Lou Hedley now. On the return, Dortch. Oh, he pulls over him. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was... And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
From the gun, it's Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey Good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Lou Hedley on now to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Going right back to Akers. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 30 yards. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Play action. Here's Haener to throw. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Third and 2. Here's Haener looking to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 68 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. The point after, good by Grupe. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Lance looking to throw it. There again is Cooks, complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10. Lance looks to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Working from the gun, Lance. That'll be caught by Dortch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Lance to throw it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys will extend. Hayner will throw on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 1st down, here's Hayner. Here's Johnson with a reception. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That has lots looking behind it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Nico Collins, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. It was the running back, Cam Akers, who stood out in that first half of play. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer. Score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And Lance's throw taken in there by Cooks. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. And Lance, he's going to change the play. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. From 17. On 1st down, Haener. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Haener throwing again on second down. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Haener on 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Haener will throw it again. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Off the play fake, Haener. Flush to his right. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Ready. Ball, 10. 5.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Lance going to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
52. Hut, go. Hut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
That's returnable now for Smith. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Again, Kamara. And this time he scores. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Sometimes offense, if you get...
Check, pink. Striker, 3-3. Opposite, green. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lance. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. There again is Cooks, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy.
And it'll be intercepted. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Hayner sets up play action. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Boy, so... Charles, a lot of happy faces headed...